Hi Filipino learners, my name is JC. Kumusta kayo? In today's video, I will be teaching you when to use the prefixes makapag and maka on Tagalog verbs. When added to a verb, the prefixes makapag and maka means to be able to do something or to have the chance or opportunity to do something. To know when to use makapag or maka, you just look at the actor-focused form of the verb. If the actor-focused form is a mag verb, examples of mag verbs are magluto, magsulat, maglinis, maglakad, you should use makapag. So just simply get the verb root. Yes, you have to know the basics like getting the verb roots. You can watch my videos about verbs if you want to learn more about the basics like getting the verb root, their past, present, and future forms. I will place the link at the upper right corner of this video and at the description. But it is quite easy. Just remove mag to get the verb root and then add makapag. Makapagluto, makapagsulat, makapaglinis, makapaglakad. If they are not mag verbs, then maka is what you should use. Like for these verbs, matulog is an MA verb, kumain is a UM verb, bumiyahe another UM verb, and makita an MA verb. So you just take the verb root and then this time add the prefix maka. Makatulog, makakain, makabiyahe, makakita. Take note that the prefix maka also have other meanings when added to verbs. I will try to make a separate video about its other meanings. Now, as you can see, these are only the infinitive or basic forms, the to be forms in English. And of course, there will be a past, present, and future tenses for these. But don't worry, it is really easy. You just change the prefix that you will add. Okay, let us begin with makapag. So for the past tense, nakapag. Present, nakakapag. Future tense, makakapag. So with the example makapagbasa, to be able to read, just take the verb root and then add the prefixes. So for the past tense, we have nakapagbasa, present tense, nakakapagbasa, and future tense, makakapagbasa. Now for maka. The prefix for the past tense is naka, present tense, nakaka, and future tense, makaka. So for makatulog, to be able to sleep, we have nakatulog for the past tense, nakakatulog for the present tense, and makakatulog for the future tense. Okay, now I will show you how these can be used in sentences. Okay, so for our first example, let us use the verb kumain or to eat. So this is not a mag verb, so we're using the maka prefixes. For the basic or infinitive form, we have makakain. For the past tense, nakakain. Present tense, nakakakain. And future tense, makakakain. Balang araw, makakakain din ako ng lobster. Someday, I will be able to eat a lobster. So, lobster is ulang in Tagalog, but we don't really use that word much. We just say lobster. Okay, next example, we have nakakain si Marina ng buhay na octopus noong bumisita siya sa Japan. Marina was able to eat a live octopus when she visited Japan. Okay, for our next example, let us use makita or to see. Again, not a mag verb, so we'll use the maka prefixes. For the basic form, we have makakita, past tense, nakakita, present tense, nakakakita, and future tense, makakakita. Nakakita ako ng mga unggoy sa kalsada noong pumunta kami sa Subic. I was able to see monkeys on the road when we went to Subic. Next one. Nakakakita na siya ngayon. She is able to see now. So here we mean a blind person who couldn't see before has the ability to see now. Next one, let's use matulog. Nakatulog si Anna ng maayos kagabi. Anna was able to sleep well last night. Nakakatulog ka ba ng maayos kahit maingay sa lugar nyo? Are you able to sleep well even though it is noisy in your neighborhood? So lugar in English is place, but in this sentence, it is referring to your neighborhood or your area. Okay, for a third example, let us use tumulong or to help. So for the basic or infinitive form, we have makatulong, past tense, nakatulong, present tense, nakakatulong, and future tense, makakatulong. Masaya ako na nakakatulong ako sa inyo sa pag-aaral ninyo ng Tagalog. I am happy that I am able to help you in your study of Tagalog. Next one. Nakatulong ang proyekto niya sa milyon-milyong mga tao. His or her project was able to help millions of people. Okay, next we have mag-aral or to study. So this time it's a mag verb. So we're using makapag for this, makapag-aral. For the past tense, nakapag-aral. Present tense, nakakapag-aral. And future tense, makakapag-aral. Nakapag-aral siya sa ibang bansa. He or she was able to study abroad. So this also could mean he or she had the opportunity to study abroad. Okay, next we have nagsisikap siya para makapag-aral ng medisina. She is working hard to be able to study medicine. Okay, our next verb is magluto or to cook. Again, another mag verb, so we're using the makapag prefixes. Nakapagluto siya para sa reyna noong nakaraang taon. He or she was able to cook for the queen last year. So again, this could mean having the opportunity to cook for the queen. Okay, next example. Makakapagluto ka ng mas maayos gamit itong oven. You will be able to cook better or easier using this oven. Okay, next we have magbasa or to read. So this is another mag verb, so we're using the makapag prefixes. First example, we have nakakapagbasa na ang anak niya. His or her child is now able to read. Or a more simple way of putting this in English is her child can now read or has the ability to read. Okay, next one we have nakakapagbasa ka ba kahit medyo madilim dito? Are you able to read even if it's a little bit dark in here? Okay, and for our last example, we have magpahinga or to rest. Again, another mag verb. So for the basic or infinitive form, we have makapagpahinga. Past tense, nakapagpahinga. Present tense, nakakapagpahinga. And future tense, makakapagpahinga. Nakapagpahinga ka ba ng maayos? Were you able to rest well? Nakakapagpahinga ka pa ba sa dami ng trabaho mo? Are you still able to rest with all the work that you have? Well, that is it for today. If you like this, please give us a thumbs up. And for more videos like this, you may subscribe to this channel. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Sa susunod ulit. Paalam.